Good morning. Have you ever taken a shortcut? So when I was in Haiti, multiple times I've hiked up to the Citadel, and so a lot of people ride these horses, but the horses are really small. I rode one for a little bit. It's like my feet were dragging on the ground. This is a really small horse. And you can take a vehicle up to this one parking lot, but you still have to walk some of it. But I've enjoyed hiking up there. So this one Haitian, he's like, oh, I'll walk up with you. I'll carry your stuff, your water and everything. You know, you tip the guy, whatever. But he goes, we can take a shortcut. I love the word for shortcut. I don't know if it's Creole or French, but it's route de coupe. Route de coupe. It's a shortcut. And there's another expression that I learned there. Well, it's actually English, but the accent was, I love the accent. It's coupe de fruit. So that's a cup of fruit. So if you were to take a shortcut to a cup of fruit, it'd be a route de coupe de fruit. Just one of the things I really enjoy. Max Lucado talks about taking a shortcut. He said that he was a freshman in college, and he goes, you'd have to go back to when there were landlines. And so he could call anybody in town from his dorm room, and it was free. But to use the payphone, and the girl that he had this crush on was, I don't know how far away she was, but it was a payphone. So he had to feed quarters into there. But he discovered something. This reminded me. I remember I had some friends in California back when I was in high school, and we used to talk once in a while, but you always waited till it was late at night because it was cheaper. Yeah, you got to be old to remember that. And those of you that only know cell phones, you wouldn't get that, even a long distance call. So, but we had these neighbors, and they were often out of town, and I figured I could just take a phone over there, plug it into their jack on their patio, and I could have called. And I could have, but eventually they would have tracked it down to us, because either my friend's parents would say, oh, the only people we know in Illinois, the only person I know is Paul Gleiman, and then I would have been busted. Well, Max wasn't quite that smart. So he's calling his girlfriend. He was making a collect call, and he figured out that he just pulled a phone number out of the yellow pages, and it was for a vacuum cleaner store. So when the vacuum cleaner store gets this phone bill, they called the young lady that he was interested in and said, hey, do you know anybody in such and such a town? And she probably thought she won the lottery. It's like, yes, I do. And well, then Max got a visit from the dean of discipline at college and everything. But the point of the story is that we like to take shortcuts sometimes. And sometimes, the shortcut in Haiti, it was like, instead of going like this, it's just like going like that. I couldn't do the shortcut anymore. The Bible tells us that all have sinned. It's kind of like you say all have taken shortcuts and fall short of the glory of God. What are the shortcuts you've taken? Jacob took a shortcut. He really did. He stole his brother's birthright. And I don't have time to go into the whole story, but I don't think I really considered the price tag that he paid to steal it. Because of it, his family was splintered. I mean, he ended up being homeless. He just had to go. He was so poor, he used a rock for a pillow. That's not the smartest thing unless you don't have another option. He had to run for his life. His twin brother wanted him dead. He had betrayed his father's trust. And as far as we know, he never got to see his mom, whom he loved and was close with, and she loved him. Never got to see his mom again. Why? Because he chose the route of the shortcut. What are the shortcuts that you choose to take? They seem like a good idea. Just like Max said, this was a great idea, you know? It's like, I'm getting these free phone calls. But most everything comes with the price tag. What are you tempted? How are you tempted now for a shortcut? And there's so many different things. I just pray today that God would give me and you wisdom to not take the shortcut, but to go the path that God has for us. One of the things that's cool with Max was, he said it was only a few semesters later that he realized that the love of his life, it was a local call. He didn't have to pay at all. He could use the phone in his room. She was right around the corner. Let God, wait on the Lord, and let God bring what He desires into your life. Don't do the shortcut. God bless you. Have a great day.